Maybe he'll let us. Just for a minute. Tactical slumped back in her seat on the katana bridge, and she rubbed a hand through her hair. The cold chopped sandwich in her hand was stale as the tank top over her shoulders. This was no tourist trip. The ex-Allied capital ship zoomed through the Parenday sector, quick as could be. They'd stopped once at Maldonado for supplies, once or twice for space pirates, and that was about it. No telestrious skid rag races, no gambling night at Crux and Run. Shore leave, never heard of her, and none of them would get it until they'd reached their destination, until they took that awesome nether passage from Narvahl to the western belt, until they screamed right past the meridians, until they clattered to a heaving halt on the Z-bend of the fringe of a tiny little farming world that no one but Colonel Vera could even find on a star map. Well, just Vera now. Rank was yesterday's luxury. Tactical nibbled her day-old sandwich. She needed a shower. They all did. But Brennan's orders stood. Everything was under strict rationing, including water and energy. Resources were finite. Until the Praetors came to be, all these tired troopers had was what Karlynna could carry. Her neighbor sipped some tired old water, bumped her chair with a dull boot. I'm going to ask him. Come on, we can't waste the energy. What's the harm? You can't tell me you're not curious. Of course I am. What Alliance citizen wouldn't be? Then let's ask. Ask what? They both looked up. Deystar Brenyn watched them from his chair, head tilted. Tactical straightened and cleared his throat. Galactic radio, sir. We were hoping to, hear what it's like on this side of the galaxy. The bridge crew traded looks, curious expressions all around, except for Vera. She frowned and crossed her arms. They can't waste the energy. Malrinaldo guarded our finances. He knew we were desperate. Gouged us for every devic. Allied capital ships don't grow on trees, and neither do energy reserves. It's all right. Tactical seated, primly and properly, spinning her chair before her expression could be seen. I understand. We all do. Her neighbor's shoulders fell, but he too nodded. Righto. Another time, then. The rest of the bridge crew sighed and returned, reluctantly, to their duties. Deystar stroked his chin and watched his men, proud of his own forming. For a few moments he was quiet, but at last, the katanas alone. No support, no reinforcements, nowhere close to what once passed for home. This is no time to waste resources on a silly whim, no matter how trivial. But can man live on stale bread alone? He lifted his voice. How far away from Narvahl? 10 minutes. So there won't be another time. Silence. A few half-hearted nods. Brenyn gave it one more moment before, with a slight smile. His eyes alighted on the tactical. I believe it's Levia, this side of the western belt. That it is, sir. Her fingers leapt to FTL across her computer. The katana's speakers crackled with static before. Relax. The sound of Lake Gem rock filtered out across the bridge. Everyone settled into their seats, and a few chuckles rang out. Not so different. Naturally, navigation explained proudly. Humans established galactic radio. Broad stellar for the Praxinosi, Televia for Paradise. It makes sense our musical styles would be navigation. Sir? Shut up and groove. Silence returned to the bridge as everyone listened in to the sizzle of distortion guitars and the echoing thunder of drums. Synthesizer here, some vocal pads there, even Natasia's foot tap, once or twice. There.
Ye gods! If you are a loved one of a contracted Biscallian's cardiopulmonary arrhythmia,
Vaping ads, lamented tactical. Navigation lifted a finger. Approaching Narvahl now. The katana emerged from FTL at a blue planet with 2 moons and a host of orbital stations. On the cusp of the massive sapphire nether supernebula. A mighty tunnel bored into the nether, through which hundreds of ships of all shapes and sizes whizzed and sung. Some were jumping to FTL, others dropping as they passed through Narvahl's FTL jammers. Young pointed at the jammers, and a series of floating platforms at the passage mouth built around central spires of long spear-like tubes. They got him at both ends of the Narvahl passage. Keeps things organized, cuts down on the cosmic pile-ups. I see proc defenses. Vera motioned at Narvahl's orbital stations, around which black and white javelin ships sailed, glowing purple lights. The Edlund resemblance is found, it seems. Makes sense. They handle a lot of security in Paradise. They'd better hope these are as friendly as under the barricade. We'll just have to be our best neighborly selves. Deystar stood and took 2 fingers forward. Full speed ahead. Kill the radio. Let's have our juice back. The radio died. The katana rumbled forward toward the nether passage. Closer loomed the titanic aperture, its rich blue bounds swirling in clouds of astral haze, a flicker of cobalt light. A tiny little freighter broke off from the passage mouth, and its Crescendum defenders, making a run for the supernebula itself. Into its sapphire bounds the vessel plunged. A massive lightning bolt shocked it, and with a splintering of shrapnel, it was annihilated. Gulps from the katana crew. Natasha adjusted in her seat. That means 2 things. The procs are charging passage, and there's no going around them. More money, Deystar grinned. It was not a happy grin. I love giving out our last derrick. Isn't it lovely? I think we should do it more often. Don't push it, sir.
Incoming transmission. One of the proc javelins.
Brenyn resumed his chair and put on his business face. Get him up.